All right. So welcome to Into Suffolk's Academic English webinar, where Elise Hanna, the Academic Program Manager, is going to help us all understand what the Academic English program really is. You are also joined by Rachel Emlock, the Into Suffolk Student Engagement and Leadership Specialist, and Christine Perlmutter, the Assistant Director of Student Engagement. So I'm going to hand it off to Elise, and Elise, just tell me when you need me to go in the PowerPoint.
Sure. First of all, welcome to Suffolk. We're so happy to see your faces, to have you here, to have you want to study with us. We know that you're excited, and we are too. If you have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to let us know. If you could go to the next slide, Rachel. I want to start by giving you my information. Again, my name is Elise. I'll be your academic advisor while you're in the Into program, which means that anything you need related to your studies, to your academics, I can help you with. So if you have questions about your schedule, questions about your teachers, your classes, where your classes are, what times, with assignments, how to get help with assignments, all of those things I'm here to help you with. So I'd like to let you know right away how you can get in touch with me. I would love to see you in person when you get here in Boston, but until then, and even after that, you can always email me. My email address is here. You can make an appointment with me. There's a special link to make an appointment. It will pop up with dates and times. Or I have times that you can walk in without an appointment and just ask me any questions or talk to me about how your time in the classroom is going. Of course, we'll send you this information so you don't need to write it down, but I just want you to see it. The point is, I'm here to help you. And Christine and Rachel are as well. If you could go to the next slide, please. So academic English, we always hear, what is that program? And we want to help you understand what it is. In fact, I think we might be missing a slide about the agenda. Do you mind moving on and seeing if... No worries. In that case, I'll just let you know what we'll talk about today so that you can understand why we wanted to have you here and what we want to help you understand for today. I want to help answer 3 questions if I can. What is the Academic English program? Why are you in the Academic English program? And most importantly, what can you learn? What skills can you use and where can you use them after you go through our Academic English program? So let's start. What is it? If you'll go to the next slide, please. Our Academic English program, first and foremost, will help you learn English, but more than that, I want to stress, I want to make it important to understand it's not just about the language. It's more about thinking, analyzing, and applying your own creative ideas in English. We want you to learn the language, but our program is really here to help you do more than just learn vocabulary, more than just learning grammar. We want you to be able to use it specifically in college, if you choose to continue to study at Suffolk, but even in your daily life, in your work, at home, wherever you are. We want to make sure you understand how to use English to express your own ideas. Specifically about our English program, as it says here in this long list I'll try to make it easy and fast to understand. Our program, it doesn't require you to already know English. You don't have to know any English before you start. So if you're nervous that your English isn't good enough, don't worry. That's what we're here for, is to help you learn the language, learn how to think in English. During our orientation, which I know Rachel and Christine have talked to you a lot about, we will ask you to take some English language tests. Do not worry, do not panic. These tests are not for a grade. We just want to know what you don't know yet and what you already know, so that we teach you things that you need and that will help you most. So although you don't have to take a test before, we do want you to take a test during orientation so that we can figure out which English level you should be placed in. We have 6 levels of English that we offer, from people who don't know English and need to learn from the beginning, all the way to people whose English skills are already quite advanced and they want to learn more. So we have levels 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And after you take your exam, we'll look carefully and decide which level is best for what you need to know and what you already know. If you're thinking about learning English in our academic English program so that you can get a good foundation in English before moving on to study for a degree at Suffolk, that's a fabulous idea. Please know that you need to pass at least academic English level 4 before you move into a degree plan at Suffolk. Also important to know, the academic English program classes are not for credit, meaning that you don't get hours of college credit. You don't get, Christine and Rachel, you can help me explain this perhaps. Although it doesn't count towards your degree, these classes are critical. They're so important in preparing you, not just for English, but to think, analyze, and apply ideas in English, skills you need for your degree, skills you need to study for a degree at Suffolk. Therefore, you need to pass at least level 4. So what do our classes in each level look like? Let's say, for example, that you take your test, you are placed in academic English level 3. You already know a lot of vocabulary and grammar, but you're still strengthening your skills in flowing easily when you speak. You need some help structuring your writing in English, those sorts of things. What kind of classes will you take? Well, classes usually include things like academic writing. There is lots of reading, listening, and speaking. And in America, we like questions. A lot of our learning is based on questions and discussions. We want to hear what you have to say, and your teacher encourages you to let them know what you want to know more about. Classes will also teach you things like pronunciation. There's also classes about American culture, so that while you're learning the language, you're also getting more comfortable with being in America. There's classes like American literature, So you're not just reading textbooks, which is important. You're also reading stories and news articles and blogs, all those things that are relevant, that are important, things that other Americans are reading today. Let's see, the classes, you'll usually take 4 classes each semester. So if you're placed in academic English level 3, you'll usually take 4 level 3 classes. There are 18 hours of instruction every week. So you'll be in class about 18 hours a week, face to face with your instructors and other students. What I want to especially say is that these classes, they are very friendly to questions. I can't say it enough. But if you are nervous to speak in class, or you find you don't understand, if you're not doing so well, we have so many resources to help you, not just in the classroom, but outside of the classroom. Your instructor has office hours when you can go and talk to them one-on-one without the rest of the class and ask anything you want about your assignments or American culture or English. We also have workshops where you can come and listen to someone talk about an important topic related to your studies or to English. We have tutoring, not just with old people like me, but students like you who have gone through these classes or who know English very well and can help you. We have so many more resources, and I can tell you even more about them at orientation. One last thing before we move on to our next question. I want to say, unfortunately, you cannot change your schedule. You cannot change your level. So do your best during these tests, because we really do want to see what you know and what you don't. Once you've been placed in a level and in your classes, we provide a lot of support. We will help you get through your classes, but you cannot change your schedule. And I will give you your schedule. So I will tell you exactly what classes, what times and dates and teachers you have at orientation. So although I would love to tell you now, I don't know until we see where your English level is. Let me stop there because I talked a lot. That was a lot of information. Do you have any questions or anything you want to say?
No. Are you
Rachel,
sure?
Christine is the, oh, I'm sorry.
No, that was me asking. I wanted to make sure everyone had. If you have questions while Elise is talking, you can put your questions into the chat. If you have a question while she's talking or you don't understand that she said something that she says, and Christine and I will be able to answer your question while Elise is going, okay? So if you're having questions and then she goes on to another subject and you forgot your question, you're like, oh my God, don't worry, you can always come back and ask us, or you could put it in the chat, okay? Can I get a thumbs up? Woohoo, yeah, awesome. Okay.
All right, let's keep trucking.
Oh, we have a comment in the chat.
Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you, Shihan. I appreciate it.
All right.
We'll keep trucking along. That's an American phrase. We have lots of trucks on the road and they go fast. So we're going to keep trucking, keep moving down the road. So I want to tell you a little bit more about the academic support we have. Like I promised, I will give you much more detailed information at orientation. I just want you to see all the many ways that you can get help in your classes and support for whatever you need. Like I said, your instructor has office hours. We have tutoring if you need help understanding the language, or tutoring, which is where someone works with you on your assignments to help you understand them. They will talk to you about the instructions, about how to get started, how to help you with problems. They'll look over your essays, things like that. So they can do that if you're struggling with the English language, or if you're struggling to understand the ideas that your teachers discuss in class. We have special tutors for writing. We also have special tutors for math, which you really shouldn't encounter in academic English, but maybe you're headed to a degree, which always requires math. We also have academic coaches. These are people who can teach you study skills that you can use in every class. Things like how to take notes, how to read an American textbook, how to manage your time when you have so many assignments, and things like that. Also, I am a resource, your academic advisor. If you have a question or a concern, if you're worried about a class, a teacher, or an assignment, come talk to me. And finally, some classes sometimes have students who are there to help support you, like mentors. You can ask questions. All right, can we move on, please? Let's go to our next question. Why are you in the academic English program? Some students want to start their degree right away and don't understand why they have to do academic English classes first. So I'd like to stop and explain how you got here and why it's so important, and we're so excited to have you in the academic English program. First, academic English. If you have taken a language exam in the past, that is taken into consideration. Your GPA, let me explain. Your grade point average, or the scores that you made, the grades or marks that you made in your previous classes at other universities or at your high school, your last school in your country. We consider your grades. And finally, you can choose to be in the academic English program, and it's a good choice if you want to spend a little time getting to know the country, the language, and more about how we study and what you want to study in America before you move on to your degree. So if your scores are slightly lower, if your grades are not quite high enough to go directly into your degree, or if you just choose to get that extra help and support so you have a very good and solid foundation in English and college level American thinking before you move on, that's why you're here. So some students ask me, can I skip this and move to my degree? I really think that's a bad idea, because we want you to succeed. And the best way to do that is to be prepared. And the academic English program is the perfect way for you to prepare without the stress that your grades will make all the difference. You can practice with your professors before you get to your degree classes, which move much faster and are much harder. So this is a safe space that's also meant to be really fun for you to practice, to dig into your English learning before you move on. So you should make lots of progress while you're here. And at the end of this program, really be ready and confident to speak and think in English, whether you move on to a degree or if you just use it in your daily life or at work. Questions or concerns about that?
Elise, can I say something?
Please jump in, please.
So this program is teaching you how to become the best Suffolk University student that you can be. That's what this whole program is about. It's not just about language. It's not just about American culture. It's there to prepare you for academic life in the United States, because the US academic system is very different from all the other countries in the world. And there's a reason we're an amazing country of education. So this whole program is there to help you understand not only how education works in the US, but also to prepare you so that you have a better understanding of what your professors are going to expect from you as a Suffolk University student. Okay? So it's not just about your English, it's not just about your GPA. This is really here because we want you to be successful. Because if you're a successful Suffolk University student, you're going to be successful after Suffolk. You're going to be successful getting a job. Okay? So this is like the first step in your whole journey. Okay? Do you understand? All right, cool. All right. Sorry, Elise. That's my shtick.
Not have said it better myself. That was beautiful.
You can tell we're very passionate about what we do here at Into.
We want you guys to be the best. We want people to be like, oh, wow, you're an Into student. Awesome. That's what we want. Okay. So no questions. Are we ready to go to the next slide?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, let's go.
So last but not least, in fact, most important, what skills will you learn to prepare you to be the best student you can be? Well, if you will move on to the next slide. Oh, boom. So many skills, and these aren't the only ones. I won't read these all to you, but to highlight some exciting things you will learn, not just grammar, more like critical thinking. This is a big deal. This is something you will hear over and over in American education. We want you to think critically. What we mean by that is that we want you to be critical or to evaluate, to analyze, to
ask why.
To ask why when people have ideas. We want you to think deeply and ask questions about everything. The more questions you ask, the more you will learn. So we want you to be critical, or critical meaning make judgments, make decisions about how important information is, how useful it is, how creative it is. We want you to be critical and to think here at Suffolk. And that summarizes everything we want to teach you. But we will also help you develop skills like how to research, how to find information to support the good ideas that you have or that others have. We want to help you maybe do research to disagree with people's ideas and offer better solutions. We will teach you how to create and deliver presentations in English.
Like this one.
like this one, which could use more visual aids. There should be more pictures in this presentation, and I'm sorry about that. And you will learn all about that in your classes. Hopefully, you'll also learn things like public speaking skills, which is important in life and especially in university, especially American university. You'll be expected not just to think of interesting ideas, but to share them with others. It can be scary, especially as you're learning the language, but your teachers and your classes will help give you tips and tricks, teach you the way that you can present your ideas in public so that you'll be listened to and respected, and also how to listen to and respect other people's ideas. Also, we know that you probably want to speak more easily and more quickly. You probably want to grow your vocabulary. You might be interested in how to make reading easier, not so you have to translate every word as you go. We can help you with those critical reading skills. Also, this is a space. The academic English program is a space for you to adjust. I don't know if you have heard of the term culture shock. Sometimes it's shocking to see how different every culture can be. Difference can be beautiful, but it's still shocking. It's still surprising sometimes to see how different life can be. So we are here in the academic English program to help you adjust, to help you better understand and settle in to your education here. You'll learn to participate in class, so the teachers won't do what I'm doing and just talk to you. They want to talk with you. They want you to talk too, and you can practice that in the academic English program. Study skills, note-taking, time management, American cultural ideas like slang, American slang, and so much more. What we really want to drive home, there's an American phrase, what we really want to put at the heart of the issue, what's most important to walk away thinking, is this program is about the English language, but not only about the English language. It's so much more than just grammar. We're here to help you create, evaluate, and apply ideas in English. So we're teaching you how to be, like Rachel said, a student for life, a student in a university, or a student wherever you choose to go in life. How do you learn, and how can you learn and express ideas in English? That's what our program is all about. Now, if you don't mind, and if this doesn't put you on the spot, Christine was for a very long time our best instructor at Suffolk, and she taught the academic English classes. Maybe you could speak a little bit more about what the classroom looks like. And I'll give it to you.
Yeah, absolutely. Since you will have probably 4 different professors, perhaps, or 3 different professors, you will see that each professor's style can be different from each other's. But one thing we all have in common is we like student participation. So students asking questions, students discussing, students working together in groups. So you'll probably do a lot of projects and group work. We also like reflection. What that means is you do something and then you think about it after and you reflect on it. You think about, what did I do well? What could I do better next time? We like a lot of public speaking. where you present your ideas in front of the class. And we like homework. So each teacher will probably give you something to do outside of class that helps apply what you learned during class. So does that make sense what I said? Any questions about what happens in the classroom?
I have a question. Can you remind us where to go if we have a lot of homework and we're feeling overwhelmed? What do we do?
Sure. So we have so many resources on campus. One of them is called an academic coach. So the academic coach, which is the bottom blue, that one can help you organize your homework and plan times to do the homework and can help you. Yeah. Also, you can go to a tutor if you don't understand your assignment. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. You can make a tutoring appointment and have them look at your assignment with you and tell you what the expectations are and how to do it. So we have a lot of help and resources here. And you don't have to be struggling. It can just be because you want someone to look at your work and give you the thumbs up. Like, oh, I needed to do this for my class. Can you look at it for me? And they'll say, oh, looks perfect, beautiful, good job. So it can just be as simple as having someone just look your work over before you submit it to the teacher.
What's the difference between a writing tutor and a content-based tutor?
That's a fascinating question.
The writing tutor looks at your writing, such as essays, paragraphs, research papers. A content-based tutor will help you with whatever subject the class is. So for example, if you're taking an American culture class, the content-based tutor can help you understand the lessons you're learning in class. And the writing tutor can help you with the writing you have to do for class.
Cool, thanks. Awesome. Okay. All right, any other questions? Any questions for Christine? No, we're okay. All right, so we're at the giant list of stuff. I saw this last night. I was like, wow, that's a giant list. Wow, that's so
All
cool.
good stuff.
Yeah.
A lot you can learn with academic English, and that's
Yep.
our point. You will learn, and we hope we make it enjoyable and exciting, because it is. It's amazing to learn. All right, do you mind if perhaps we move on to the next slide? Oh, goodness, I'm so sorry. I was hoping to also share, maybe I can pull up my screen.
You should be able to. Let me end my thingamabobby. If you go to new share, you should be able to take it away from me.
Let's do it. My computer is thinking. Let me open this up. Christine and Rachel, so that you know, I'm headed to the Learn More with the Student Experience website piece.
Cool.
So, aha. Me, present, and share.
Okay, there you go.
A quick overview of everything we talked about. And then I'm trying to get here. The slide has disappeared.
Yes. I don't know what happened to things on the drive.
Very odd. We're
Yes.
going to find it. We have a slide to share with you. Some
Did you
information if you have questions about other things. Maybe this
It's
one.
right there. Here.
Aha. So, like I said, I deal with any questions related to your academics, to the classroom, your teachers, and your assignments. But what happens if you have other questions? Rachel and Christine are here to help you with any questions you have that are not related to the classroom. So I will let them talk about where you find information about those other things.
Oh, sure. Okay, so you probably have gotten a couple of emails from me talking about immunizations or airport transfers or housing, including the email you got about this webinar. So if you click on this website, sites.suffolk.edu/into Suffolk, this is actually our student experience website. So, yeah. Okay, let's open that bad boy up. Hold on a second. Oh, there you go. Okay, so this is our student experience website. And at the top, you can see that there are all these little ribbons up at the top to know about where to go for different topics. So if you click on immunizations, okay, you click there. This, if you scroll down, this gives you instructions on how to submit your immunization records through the student health portal. And we have provided you with actual screenshots of what it will look like so that you know that you're on the correct page. So you don't have to go to the Suffolk University website to find these things. You can just go through our website and it's a direct link to the health portal, which sounds really fun and exciting, right? No, maybe a little bit. Okay.
It's very exciting. This website
I think it's really
has
exciting.
everything. In fact, what we'd like to do is take the recording we did today. What I would love to see is it under the academics tab afterwards,
yes,
so you can find it again.
We're actually building out our academics page later this week. And so when you go down, you'll be able to click here where it says academic English, and it's an actual website. So you'll be able to click on that and you'll find information about the academic English program that Elise talked about with you today. And it will also have this recording so you can watch it again and you'll be able to read through the PowerPoint because we'll also have the PowerPoint on that page. So this will be here so that you can watch it whenever you like. You can watch it with your family if they also have questions. Elise, could you click on pre-arrival webinar up at the top? Thank you. So these are where we have been having our webinars for other topics besides the academic English program. And if you click on watch recordings, so if you go on to the July 6th one, Elise, up at the top. Yeah, it's July 6th, yeah. So they all look like this. It explains, this is the first webinar that we did. It's kind of a general information about our program and the different resources that we provide. And you can watch the webinar at your own speed, okay? And it has subtitles, so if you need subtitles, you can do that. And if you scroll down a little bit more, Elise, thank you. That's the actual PowerPoint that we're talking about during our presentation for the webinar. So if there's any links in the webinar that you're like, oh, I wish I had that, you can click on it right through here. You can go through our PowerPoint and you can click on these things. This is so that in case you've missed the webinars or you weren't sure if you would be able to understand them, you can go in here and you can watch them on your own. Isn't that exciting? A little bit? Okay, Ryan says it's a little exciting. Okay, cool. Thank you, Ryan. I appreciate that. Other information that you're going to get from us in the next couple of weeks will be about orientation. So if you go up to the top where it says orientation, and you click here, if you scroll down a little bit, it tells you the dates of orientation. This is also a link to where the airport transfer request link is. So I know that Christine already put that in the chat, but if you can't remember it, it's right here. You can always send an email to me or to Christine saying, hey, I need that link, and we'll get it for you. If you scroll down a little bit, it talks about the different subjects that you're going to learn about at orientation. And in about, I would say, a week or so, maybe 2 weeks, you're going to get your actual schedule for orientation. So you know what times the different presentations are going to be at, which is very exciting. Now, this last link that we have where it says recommended hotels is very important. Some students are arriving a little bit before orientation and they can't move into campus housing yet. So if you're looking for a place to stay before you can get into your accommodations, please let us know. This recommended housing list, recommended hotel list will give you hotels that have a partnership with Suffolk University. And so you'll get a Suffolk University community member rate. So it's a little bit cheaper to stay in the hotels. I wouldn't say it's super cheap, but it's cheaper than just doing a regular hotel visit. And they're all very close to the university, so you don't have to worry about transportation. So you don't have to worry that, oh, my hotel's, I thought it was in Boston and it's in East Boston. I don't even know what that means. So these are very close to the university and they have been approved by the university, so you know that they're a good hotel. Okay. Did I talk too fast? You can tell me if I talk too fast. It's okay. It won't hurt my feelings. I won't cry. I'll be okay. All right. I think that's good, Elise. I don't think we have to go into the rest of it. All right. Does anyone have any questions about anything that we talked about that we talked about today? Can anyone share with us something that you learned about the academic English program?
Yeah, today I know the English sixth level. Yeah. And then the English is touch us counter-think skill. Yeah.
That's
Thank you.
great. Awesome. Thank you, Ryan. That's awesome. That's a great answer. Shihan, do you want to share with us anything that you've learned today?
Hello everyone, this is Jason. I'm Shihan's brother, and excuse me, she's getting a treatment, so he can get a phone call right now.
It's okay. We understand. I think we met last week in a Zoom.
Yes, she has some problem with her back. Yeah, sorry.
But we have lots of resources to help students who need medical help as well. Lots and lots. So it's so nice to meet you, and thank you for letting us know. We'll take very good care of your daughter as we do with all students here. So we can't wait to see you, Shihan, and to know that you're feeling better. Thank you for being here. Wow, that's amazing that
Thank you very much.
here. Thank you.
Thank you. Awesome. Okay, well, I think that everyone's a little tired. I know it's getting a little late for Ryan and Shihan. And please feel free to email us if you have any questions going forward. I'm going to put the email into the chat. So it's into@suffolk.edu. So that's our general email. So if you have a question for me or for Elise or for Christine, and you're not sure who to ask the question to, you can send it to this email and say, hi, I have a question about my schedule. And the person who covers this email will know, oh, schedules, those go to Elise. But if you have questions about medical care in the US, if you send the email to them, they'll say, oh, medical, oh, that's usually Christine or Rachel. I'll send it over to them. And we'll get the email probably within like 10 minutes. So we will try to get back to you as soon as we can, but this is the best way to let us know that you have any questions, okay? Sound good? Awesome.
Thank you for being here and have a lovely night.
Have a wonderful day and we'll see you in a couple of weeks.
See you soon.
See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.